What is something you can buy for less than $100 that will change your life? This is a question Tim Ferriss always used to ask his podcast guests. Here is a compilation of responses. For me, the answer is probably a good pair of shoes for work. I always used to buy cheap shoes, but I'm on my feet a lot, and once I bought some comfortable work shoes, it made a big difference. Otherwise, I'd say a lot of exercise gear I've bought has had a big positive impact for relatively low cost, like a pull-up bar, or a folding bench, or a kettlebell. Just one, smart light bulb. I put one in my bedside lamp, fully controllable dimming and full color spectrum. It was trivial to set it up to operate basically as the sun, except on my schedule. It wakes me up. It dims as I fall asleep. I can turn it to 5 and get up to pee without having to turn on full lights. It was, easily, the best tool to fight my depression, bad sleeping habits, and is the most effective wake-up I've ever found. An athletics massage gun for after workouts. I used to be a delivery driver for an Amazon DSP, to working on concrete floors all day. By the time I went home, I was truly exhausted, always in pain. The massager targets your deep tissues and nerves. This is what finally relieved me of my pain. You don't even have to get an expensive one. It is a total game changer, I swear on it. I'll never stop talking about this. Reddit attachment for your toilet. It's way gentler on your exit, and if you're ever sick or dealing with diarrhea, you'll see why I'm mentioning it here. Most of them are anywhere from $30–50, and if you have the patience or drive, you can run a hot water line to ones that support both cold and hot. But even just pure cold water is really nice. Also helps cut down on how much toilet paper you use. Not sure if it's been said, but an air fryer. I was skeptical at first, but honestly the only reason my oven gets turned on these days is for pizza, and that's only because they're too big to fit. It makes you want to try and make food instead of shop-bought crap. It's healthier too. I'm a fully converted air fryer. A smart light bulb to replace your alarm. A larger water bottle. As I've noticed myself, and others tend to drink significantly more fluids, and you don't have to refill all the time. A good pair of Dr. Scholl's. A gym membership technically, if you go by month cost. A tourniquet potentially. We put 3 rechargeable LED proximity lights on the basement railing. They are hanging in the nets from store-bought bags of onions. They are plenty enough light for going up and down the stairs, and I will never again have the annoyance or danger of changing the ceiling light above the steps. Paid $99 for electric mower. I loathe pull-start stinky gas engines. It's infuriating that I just don't naturally have the upper body strength required to get a pull-start going. Mowing with a much lighter and easy-to-start machine is almost pleasant until it gets too hot. Good thermals. I am almost always cold unless it's 80+ degrees. You can get a 20.0 pair at Target, or you can pony up and go to an outdoor store and get some the Hunters are for around 100.0. I didn't know there would be such a difference. There is. Really nice big thick bath towels. I'm not going to say it's life-changing, but someone got us some for a wedding present, and I still feel like a king wrapping one around my wet body after a shower many years later. A Magic Wand, the Hitachi NSFW1, or any of its cheaper versions. Orgasms hit different both for male and female, and many girls that had trouble reaching orgasm get there much more easily with it. Multi-cooker. I lived for almost 5 years in a room where there was no kitchen, and I just cooked everything in a slow cooker. She cooks by herself, and I don't have to worry that the food will burn. A sinus nose rinse pot. I had a hard time breathing through my nose, especially at night. The device cost me $7, and I can breathe so much better now after a quick rinse before bed. Wi-Fi enabled plugs. I use one for my heated blanket. Can turn the bed heat on half an hour before bed from my phone without having to go upstairs and do it manually. My take on it for $5. I got an FM transmitter for my car because, for some silly reason, my Bluetooth only functions when I make calls. I'm now on a music crusade. If you spend a lot of your time on your feet, good inner soles with proper cushioning and support. It makes a world of difference to your overall comfort level. I would say one of those water picks for flossing. Keeps your teeth clean and gums healthy. Considering how much it costs to get dental work then, super worth. A bit obscure, but a comfortable CPAP. Doc says I've likely added years to my life. My sleep is up and my blood pressure is way down. Thanks VA. Buy the best guitar you can for $100 on eBay and learn to play. You now have a lifelong companion in joy and sorrow and all the places in between. In no particular order other than what comes to me. 1. Toaster. 2. Rope. 3. Razor blades. 4. Drano. 5. Hose and duct tape. 6. Matches and gas. The Enchiridion or Handbook of Epictetus. It costs $7.99 from Amazon. Will change the perspective you deal with modern life. If I get $100 for every time someone posts this question, I would probably be able to afford something that can really change my life. A search bar so I can just search for one of the other million times this question has been asked and just read those replies again. Birkenstock's ugly as hell, but really helps your knees and back. They sell at Nordstrom Rack for just about $100. Elsewhere more. $30 for a rice cooker. Best investment ever. Great for making perfect rice every time as well as stews, steaming veggies, etc. A real tongue scraper. Everyone go on Amazon right now and buy one. Some of you talked loud and boldly to not have one. I bid it, you can get one for like $35. If you're made of money, you can get one that does warm water too. Life changer. For me there are 2.1. Kindle Portable Infinite Knowledge 2. Alarm clock. Get your phone out of your bedside table. Shoes. I only have one shoes for my 4-day work week corporate job, and I can't even afford to buy some decent shoes. Leatherman multi-tool. It's nice and handy whenever I need to do any maintenance related job around the house. An eye test. I had one done in solidarity and I took my nephew to get new glasses. Turns out I can't see. A decent knife sharpener. Nothing beats having really sharp knives in the kitchen to prepare your food. Gymnastic rings. A complete gym for $50. Easily the best sports-related investment I ever made. A new pillow with neck support. That flat piece of shit isn't doing your spine any favors. Susan. It sounds silly but steam cleaner. I didn't know that my house was so gross until I bought it. A good book. 1. Atomic Habits. 2. Subtle Art of Not Giving AFK. Add your suggestions. Kindle, probably a second-hand one. Saved me from hundreds of hours of doom scrolling. Your first mountain bike. Unfortunately, your second mountain bike will cost $2,000. Crack or any type of high addicting drug. Once you do it once, you want to do it more. Extra long phone charging cable. I have a 2 meters one, and I can roll over in bed. Oma case dinner same meal costs $200 now. My wife said I do. Meth. Spend $20 on that and your life will literally never be the same. A map to somewhere you've not been to before. Gotta start somewhere. Top Matrix Journal. Great for habit tracking, notes, tasks and more. So far ATHC Rice Krispie Treat and Plan B. Consumed years apart. A trimmer for both body and nose. A nail set for hands and feet. A decent sound machine. Insomnia not cured, but damn it helps. A long shoe horn to keep from mashing down your shoe heels. Did it? You will wonder how you lived before without one. Breaking Bad Blue Crystal. Will change your life forever. Every time this is asked, someone suggests a nice pillow. A USB drive you can use to create a live Linux disk.